I feel like the Democrats really need to own the shutdown. I mean, we're shutting it down. I know why. Reopen our government and the people are now paid. We all know how socialism works out. Ask anybody that's lived under those kinds of systems.
Jake Tapper could not believe that a Democrat senator, John Fetterman here, was calling out the Democrat establishment. I knew this guy spoke the truth, but man, he has some balls. He looked right in the camera, he was not scared, and he said what a lot of us are obviously thinking or seeing that's going on with these Democrats. If he keeps going and he keeps seeing this stuff and keeps stating it, he might just be a Republican. It's Sean Daniel here. Make sure you hit the like button for Democrat Senator John Fetterman. This guy speaks some truth sometimes. Let's go.
Joining us now is Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman. He's one of 3 Senate Democrats who has been voting with Republicans to continue to fund the government. Senator, thanks for joining us. So, as you know, 42 million Americans, including 2 million Pennsylvanians, will not receive food stamp or SNAP benefits this month because funding officially lapsed yesterday. The White House says this is the fault of Democrats for shutting down the government. Democrats note that the Trump administration is not dipping into the contingency funds for SNAP, and they think that Trump is doing that to pressure Democrats. How do you see it? Who do you blame for this?
Well, I mean, for me, fundamentally, I'm deeply distressing to know that 42 million Americans are going to lose their SNAP benefits. And now that's one of the big reasons why I refuse to shutting our government down. And again, I feel like the Democrats really need to own the shutdown. I mean, we're shutting it down. I know why they claim, because they want to address the tax credits, and I fully support that. I voted for all of their RCRs, every single time, and I refuse to put 42 million Americans in the kinds of food insecurity. Now, this is all is solved by just reopen our government and the people are now paid. Now, if we are the party that are fighting for working people. Now, as far as I'm aware, every single union that's involved in this is now demanding to us to reopen that. That's the side that I'm in through this. And now the 4 airlines are now saying we really have to stop this right now. And why do we really want to make flying less safe by forcing this times of situation and making things that much stressed? So it's not something I support of, and I don't want to be involved. And now we can find a way forward. We need to find a way forward. And I do believe we can achieve these kinds of tax credits. And this is something I support, but it's the wrong tactic. It was wrong when the Republicans did it. It's wrong now that we seem to be driving it.
Wow. That was awesome, because he's not a small Democrat. Even though he's known sometimes for calling out the Democrats, he's a Democratic senator that they're having on CNN that a lot of people know about. And he's calling out basically the whole Democrat Party for holding up this shutdown and creating this shutdown and stopping people from getting paid. The balls that takes in D.C. with all the pressures, all the manipulations, that is impressive. Hit the like button for Democrat Senator John Fetterman. Wow. I hope it's going to get better.
Senators say that bipartisan talks to end this logjam seem to be gaining steam, though an actual agreement is out of reach as of now. Do you know where these bipartisan talks to end the shutdown are? We're on day 33 of the shutdown, obviously.
I sure hope so. I mean, this is an absolute fail. It's embarrassing, honestly. If we can't even kind of, keep the lights on like this, and now reminding everybody, federal workers have had to borrow more than $1/3 billion just to pay their own bills. I mean, those are the kinds of workers that make this, and they're really suffering now too. And now people can't count on their SNAP benefits, and now also WIC and Head Start. These are the kinds of people, why I'm a Democrat, fighting for people that just like that. Now, it seems like we're moving against our core values to keep our government shut down at this point, as now we're approaching 33 days now.
Yeah.
If this guy keeps talking, he might just become a Republican. And that's a great point about what the Democrats are doing by putting these people who are on benefits, who need help, who need food stamps or SNAP benefits, those are supposed to be the people that the Democrats fight for, the lower class, the lower income, the marginalized communities, as they say. And yet they're willing to keep this fight up over Medicare cuts. They don't care if their own people, as they claim, don't have money, don't have a way to eat. And coming from a Democrat senator, man, this is a breath of fresh air. And how ironic that this is what the Democrats are actually doing when that's supposed to be their big part of their voter base.
So let's talk about the issue that Democrats say they're fighting for in the shutdown. Pennsylvania's Obamacare marketplace says that more than 150,000 Pennsylvanians are going to lose their coverage if these enhanced premiums expire at the end of the year. In Allegheny County, where you live, average monthly health care costs are projected to rise 75%. In rural Juniata County, those prices are going to jump a staggering 435%. Have any Republicans offered you any assurances that they will work with Democrats to actually do something to prevent this from happening if Democrats reopen the government?
Yeah, well, I absolutely do believe, because a lot of those counties that you just referenced now, they're all very, very red. And then I do believe many Democrats now realize, and now Republicans realize, that we have to address this and extend these tax credits. And I absolutely hope that we do. This is what I'm saying. Like, I fully support these things, but this is the wrong tactic. And right now, by doing this, our government shut down, we're getting neither of those things. And they guarantee neither you're going to get your SNAP benefits and you're not going to get those kind of tax credits that we all need. Reopen this thing and we can find a way forward. That's the way democracy operates for right now.
I don't know how long Senator Fetterman is going to last in D.C. because it's such a slimy atmosphere, especially in the Democrat Party, because he's talking against every single talking point that Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries are spewing on these news networks, like the one, if you just watched Hakeem Jeffries that I just made. He's going against everything the establishment in the slimy Democrat Party is promoting. How long is he going to last? This is another proof why you cannot allow yourself, or try not to allow yourself, to get in a position where you're dependent on the government to help you out, because you cannot even trust them to do that. You can't even trust them to pay workers that are going to work. It's a tough situation if you get in that situation to have to depend on the government, need their help. Sometimes we all can need that at times. But man, it's a good lesson about why it can't necessarily be trusted. Look what they're doing with the shutdown, not paying federal workers. Then all these benefits will go away to welfare programs, SNAP benefits. Can't trust the government.
There are big elections on Tuesday, obviously coast to coast. In New Jersey and Virginia and California, there's a referendum on redistricting. In New York City, polls show that the Democratic nominee Zohran Mamdani is in the lead for the mayor's race. You've previously dismissed him as, quote, not even a Democrat, and it is true he's a Democratic socialist. Do you think it would be a mistake for New Yorkers to elect him as mayor? Would you vote for Cuomo if you were a New Yorker, or Sliwa?
No, that's going to be New York's voice. Socialism is not the future of my party. And if that's going to be their future, that's really up to New York City to decide those things. We all know how socialism works out. Ask anybody that's lived under those kinds of systems all across the globe. But for me, as a Democrat, as a committed Democrat, I might disagree in some areas, much like shutting down our government or other areas now. But for me, as a committed Democrat, I am going to push back and announce people that this is wrong. And now we are hurting the very people that we fight for. And now we're getting nothing for them if we continue to keep our government shut down.
He's got more integrity than somebody like Hakeem Jeffries, who just caves and promotes this socialist, basically communist, in a way, not fully communist, but super socialist in Mamdani. It's amazing to see a Democrat with some standards, integrity, morals, and fortitude to stand up to the establishment like this guy. I can't believe it, but that was a cool interview to watch, I hope for you guys as well, of a Democrat senator speaking some truth. Wow. If you want to see the lies that Hakeem Jeffries was spewing and Jake Tapper calling him out for those lies, which John Fetterman just refuted himself, check out this video right here, and I will see you there.